Patrick Deters, the Bulldog, with you on 700 WLW. A lot to howl about tonight, as always, including tax policies. Great news, though, coming out of Washington. Harry Reid has pulled that omnibus bill, and McConnell has offered a one-page continuing resolution in its place. So that's some great news there. In addition to that, do you know what I propose for this Stryker and Simon Lease battle? I say 10 paces. And the man who loses gives up his department. See why we should bring dueling back? Look at all the problems that we could solve with duels. Short, sweet, and simple. Stryker and Lease. People would pay to see that duel. Choose your weapons. Until we get to that, I'm going to start out right out of the gate with a local issue, and it's called the smoking ban. The smoking ban. And before, hey, can we find? Hey, I need some. Who's singing "Smoking in the Boys' Room"?
Motley Crue.
Motley Crue, Lindsay. We need some Motley Crue "Smoking in the Boys' Room" music right now. That's what we need. I've got 3 guests lined up. One is a famous bar owner, almost as famous as me. I'm just kidding you, Bobby. Anyway, and number 2, I got the lawyer that's filed the lawsuit. And number 3, I got the leader of the whole gang. So, but of course, their efforts might be crashing and burning as Kenton County has done a first reading banning smoking. Those of you that don't know the issue is just like Ohio has banned smoking in bars. We have bars in northern Kentucky now, not Boone County, but Kenton County, you're not going to be able to smoke. Campbell County, you're not going to be able to smoke. The continued infringement upon our rights. It just goes on and on and on. So all my guests, because I know you're listening, bring it. We don't want to, goof off here. We got to rock and roll through the subject. And we're going to start out with the most famous of them, and that's Bobby Mackey. Bobby Mackey, how the hell are you tonight?
I'm great, Eric. Doing great. This snow getting everybody down, man.
Yeah, why do people let smoke get everybody down? I say we should let smoke. I mean, not smoke. God, I got smoke in my mind. We ought to ignore the snow, just like I told everybody to do last night. I actually got in trouble, almost got suspended. About 2 days ago, I announced on the radio station I closed all schools. And there were reports as far away as Miami, kids telling their moms and dads that said Bulldog said schools closed. But Bobby, you own Bobby Mackey's in Wilder. Do you allow smoking in your bar?
Yes, we do. It's always been that way, but looks like we're going to have to conform and change. I heard you say that Kenton County is going to ban it also earlier today. I didn't know that was the case, but as long as Campbell County and Kenton County get it together, we'll have to do it. I don't like it. I've never smoked in my life, and I don't like it at all. But in my place, it doesn't bother me like it does most other places. The ceilings are high, and there's quite a bit of ventilation, holes in the walls and stuff like that.
Bobby, at Bulldogs at the levee, nobody at the levee has smoking, so nobody. In fact, I was thinking about allowing smoking down there. I was thinking about making a change this month. But at Independence, we had smoking, and we had these smoke eaters, and they looked fine. And you know what? I'm so mad at myself. I succumbed to these people that said, we'd come to your place if you didn't let smoking. Well, what I did is I alienated all my smokers when I went to no smoking, and it was a huge, huge mistake. And then I went back to smoking. All the smokers didn't come back. They were mad that I'd changed in the first place. So I know the issue that you're having to deal with. I guess the only good thing I can tell you is Kenton County's going to pass it too, Bobby. So people have to drive all the way to Boone County. But you know what, Bobby? If I was you, I would have peace of mind at least. My understanding is the incoming Campbell County Commission are ready to. They're willing to reverse this thing probably.
Yeah, that could be, and so maybe we'll have some luck there. It's going to make a lot of people mad. In time we'll get over it and be able to withstand it. But it's just a shame that that they come down and put the thumb on you and tell you what you have to do.
That's right. That's right. Bobby, what do you got cooking in your joint Friday and Saturday night?
Oh, we got traditional country music. You know, we put the tradition in traditional country music in Wilder, Kentucky. We just have a good time. We got the mechanical bull still, and people try to tell me there's some ghosts there, but I ain't buying it. I don't believe a word of it, and never will. I just don't believe that sort of thing happens, but a lot of people want to believe it, and they come from everywhere to check it out. And, I didn't start it, can't stop it.
Bobby, I want you to know that when your band came out, the Bulldogs and Independents, played that Thursday night, was the best crowd and the best band that I had. Naked Karate Girls packed the place in and did great. But I tell you right now, when you guys came out and played, that was the best Thursday night crowd. It wasn't even close. You did a great job. So, well, Bobby, you hang in there and let you know that I know Willie and I and everybody else will keep raising hell with the politicians.
Okay, well let's hang in there. We'll just have to roll with the flow. It's just a shame that we have to be ordered to do something when we'll just have to live with it.
Individual liberty, Bobby.
That's it, Eric.
All right. God bless you, man. God bless you, Bobby. Now I'm going to go to Ken. Ken Molman, identify yourself. What's your role in the battle against the smoking ban?
I'm a spokesperson for Northern Kentucky Choice. We are an organization that was founded in 2008 to fight these things. And back in 08,
Find my music,
we had most of the bar owners said this would never come. We'd never be at this point. And, we fought this thing as hard as we could with the limited resources we've had. The pro-ban side gets a ton of money, just a ridiculous amount of money, both tax money and foundation money. And, I like to tell people we fought this with $500 and a lot of volunteer work. So,
well, Ken, isn't Campbell County supposed to repeal it?
Yeah, I mean, we've got the votes, to change, alter, or remove the ban in January. So they made a big mistake, I think, the other night. They had the option to put an alternate in that probably would have survived repeal or modification, and it just would have been done. But they chose to go with the complete and total ban.
Hold on a minute, Ken.
Extreme option.
I say let the boys smoke in the boys' room, Ken. Don't you agree?
I love the crew.
Hey, now, Ken, I got to ask you this question. Is the battle over in Kenton County?
I hope it's not. I mean, we have one meeting left.
When is that meeting? Let's announce it to the world. When is the next meeting of the Kenton County Fiscal Court?
Tuesday night, Independence Courthouse, 7 p.m. Get there early, get there often. I don't think that's the exact right wording, but we need people. We need everyone who's...
Bulldog Nation will be there with pitchforks.
We need it.
I just say that to make Ralph Dries a little bit nervous. By the way, I appeared in front of fiscal court this week on a matter, and everybody was polite to each other. It was very smooth. It was one of those golf course employees that got fired that I'm representing. But anyway, Ken, keep up the good battle and fight, like Willie always says, like a warrior poet. Never give up. All right, Steve Meggerly, you're my final guest on this issue. You're the lawyer that filed a lawsuit. Where did you file a lawsuit, and what are you trying to accomplish with your lawsuit?
Thanks, Bulldog, for having us on. We filed a lawsuit in Campbell Circuit Court, and we filed a lawsuit in the United States District Court, the Eastern District of Kentucky at Covington, both on federal and state issues. We're seeking what's called a declaratory judgment, first off, before they pass the ban, to determine whether or not this thing was unconstitutional and whether or not on its face it violated the rights of owners of bars and people who smoked.
Well, do you think that you're going to... So what is the most simple legal principle that your lawsuit maintains? In other words, what is the legal argument that you're making?
Our basic legal argument is that this should have went through a zoning hearing. It should have went through the planning commission. It should have went through a public hearing, went to all the cities, so the cities could opt it out. The county didn't do that. And we believe that violated the procedural due process of all the bar owners in Campbell County and probably all the bar owners in Kenton County. We also don't know whether or not it's a criminal offense or a civil offense, whether or not you're going to go to district court if you're cited for a violation or if you're going to go to a local code enforcement board for a violation. Those are the basic legal reasons why we filed the lawsuit.
Well, Steve Meggerly, what an absolute nightmare of trying to enforce this. Just more government intrusion. And I understand Campbell County, there was a discussion about the possibility of an amendment that would exclude bars and restaurants. But the bottom line, Steve, this is just another intrusion on our individual liberties.
Absolutely. Each business owner should have the right to choose whether or not they allow smoking. Ken's group did a study, and the health department piggybacked on it. 80% of bars and restaurants in Boone, Kenton, and Campbell counties are already smoke-free by choice. So why pick on 20% of the mom-and-pop operations that are left? I had a lady call me today. She's been in business for 35 years. 90% of her patrons smoke. She said to me, if this passes, Steve, we might as well hand our deed and our liquor license to the bank and close up shop and go to Florida.
You know what? They're going to have to do that, Steve Meggerly. I don't smoke, but I say if you own a business, private property in America, you should be able to let people smoke. That's why when we return, we're going to shift the taxes. I wanted to keep playing, Lindsay. I wanted to go out with some smoking in the boys' room. Everybody knows. Smoking ain't allowed in schools. Now it's not going to be allowed in bars in Campbell County, in Kenton County, just like no Ohio. I tell you right now, the hell with politicians that want to take away our liberties. People wonder why I'm a little bit crazy, because we need more crazy in this world to fight for our individual liberties. Eric Deters, the Bulldog, defending the rights of Americans to smoke in boys' rooms. Maybe we should okay. I guess smoking in school would be a bad idea. On 700 WLW.